Oh lord.
What am I gonna get for that?
Everyone's gonna get assaulted by the sound of dice. That's good. Anyhow. Wow. I can't with you people.
Oh, but you love us.
Yeah. Even if it's to my detriment. All joking aside, welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. We are live this time for real. We did a pre-recorded episode as it just went up just a little bit ago, due to everything that was going on last week. But now we're here. We're back for realsies this time. Unfortunately, we will be down one bilge, as the boy has the big tired and has been working very hard lately. So he needs a little time to rest and recuperate, and we don't want him passing out while he's on session, because I don't know how in character he's going to get, because his characters have a pretty hard time when it comes to snoring. So all joking aside, get some rest, bud, and we'll see you next week. But we're all here now. Still currently working on some things at the moment as well too. I definitely have enough to do a session for tonight, but that big thing I was talking about last week, I'm still currently working on it. It's been a lot of work, including all the stuff I have to do for this as well too, so it's gonna be a bit. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Is everybody good to go?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, last where we left off, all of you were given shelter by a man named Sai, who runs a real estate business known as Skybound Real Estate in the city of Jinjido, after managing to make your way past plenty of Hightower guards and soldiers out and about, looking for you guys. Luckily, you had the hindsight to go ahead and put on disguises, be it through magical means, in order to keep yourselves with a low profile. However, things got a little dicey when there was a bit of a split up, but everything turned out okay, and managed to get to this building to be housed thanks to a favor given to you guys via Kai. And Kai said he would be setting off to take care of some things, and all of you met with the man in charge, Sai, who was a half-elven male who runs the entire place, and agreed to have given you guys shelter, using some of the guest rooms in his very luxurious tower that he has here. With that, all of you got your long rest, started talking about a plan in order to figure out what you need to do next, as a day into your assignment, and you're no closer to the armor than you were when you first arrived, unfortunately. However, with the knowledge at hand that all of you know about why the guilds are fighting about this plot of land that is worth a small fortune, Bilge managed to keep his eyes over on that side of the city, and with his HD eyes managed to see that there was quite a few Hightower officials over there, seemingly keeping guard over at that end. Not quite sure what they're doing, theorizing that maybe they might be blowing up the the side of the wall over there, to which Sai quickly corrected that, of course, that they have to keep a profile regardless of what they want. They're a business, after all. So all of you guys decided to devise a plan after much about, goofing off at first. Got together and started brainstorming an idea, in which all of you came up with the idea to go out and about to find this individual who's an information broker known as the Librarian. The only problem is with this individual is that being able to find them is incredibly difficult. However, after through lots of talking and a lot of theorizing, eventually the plan is that you would try to get the Librarian to put their eyes on you, whoever they are. And by doing so, Tullius managed to prestidigitate a sort of symbol very similar to that of the Silver Hand itself, and plastering it around town to see what would happen. I had to be quite careful about that, but we'll see what happens. So, before long though, after getting your coffee and bagels, all of you got together, started heading down in teams of 3, ready to put the plan in action. So that's where we're currently at. If there's anything anybody wants to do beforehand, you are more than welcome to do so.
Actually, I have a question. What's Jack's part of the plan?
Yes, that's right. You had to leave early. So, Jack, you were put with Team Tullius, which comprises of Tullius, yourself, and Kai. As Kai mentioned that the best thing he's really good at is making sure that he can basically be the muscle of the group, and which Tullius happily obliged with that as...
Wait, what bait?
No, but... does anybody want to explain to Jack?
I don't remember what the plan was, honestly.
Wow, you weren't the one drinking alcohol.
The plan is we're fanning out throughout the city here, and we're going to be planting very inconspicuous nods of our symbol. Because the reasoning behind it is that if this librarian is looking and can see everything, if we put just something that stands out just enough that he can recognize it, but it doesn't stand out to either the Hightower lackeys running about or any other people, he may just, poke his head out long enough for us to find him.
So we've just basically divide and conquer, basically.
We're basically graffitiing certain areas. Magic. Well, some of us magic graffiti, the other one's actual graffiti.
Yeah, which would be you, Alexander, as you've shown everyone that you're actually pretty artistic.
Me too.
Yep, Xian also has some abilities in that regard too. Out of character, a little bit of meta talk here. Since we're down one half orc, and I'll be basically playing his part for the meantime. Does anybody want him to switch out with anyone, or do you still want him to stay where he's at?
I forget exactly who was he with again.
Well, if you look on the map, you can kind of see the groupings.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
That's fine? Okay. Alright. I already got instructions on how... well, I say instructions. It's a general guideline about how to play Bilge tonight, so... just letting you know. You told me beforehand, because I asked. Alright,
Well,
so...
we'll leave a lot of bacon out. That'll work.
Sounds good. Alright, so... anything that you guys would like to do before heading out?
Well, I just need cans of paint.
Right.
Yes.
Zia did mention that she knows her way around the city and can show you a shop or two. Looking for different types of paint, and there's probably like a little hobby shop somewhere out and about. Anybody else? Oh, okay.
To do the deed.
Alright, well, all of you begin making your way downstairs to the the bottom floor, reaching to the ground, as it is currently, just for time's sake as well too, by the way, just letting you know, just chronologically speaking, it is definitely still pretty, I wouldn't say super early in the morning or anything like that. It's more like 9 in the morning, 10, just to keep track of everything what's going on. So everything out here is kind of, it's busy when you head out into this, the street, but it's not, especially since it's a financial district, it's not exactly the most busy part of town. Looking across the streets, you can kind of see that there's been, it's just kind of a normal day, just seems. Kind of cautiously looking about, no Hightower to be seen in this area, so it seems like you're in the clear. Kai stops for a second, and he says, "Oh yeah, I almost forgot one thing," and he does that same thing he did yesterday with the blue fire, as he casts it on all of you around. And yeah, you kind of see it as like a little wisping fire around your head, and kind of dissipates the moment as soon as you can see it. He says, "All right, there. That only lasts for like 24 hours, and you got to be within at least a mile radius, so careful. Don't go too far.
Keep close. Got it.
As long as you don't go outside the boundaries of the city, you should be fine."
I mean, the city's pretty big. So pretty sure we won't just randomly walk off.
Well, I don't know what you guys are gonna do.
We're good boys and lasses. Mostly.
Mostly.
See, it looks like she's like, I don't know about that, honestly.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Alright,
Either way, much appreciated.
of course. Got to be able to know the language of the place if you want to be able to get anything done. Might as well take a shortcut with that. Alright. So let's see. Well, actually, let me see something. I'm gonna use a D4 to see who's going up first here. Okay, well that's a 4, so we won't know. Okay, so I guess it'll be Alexander's group. Yeah, you're gonna be going first. So, we'll start with you. As you guys begin to take off in your different directions, wherever you're going. Sia says, "Alright, I know a little place we can get some paints if you need. It's not too far from
Lead
here."
the way.
Okay. She begins walking down through the street past you guys as you head off in your directions. Kind of reaches to the end of the street over here, kind of keeping an eye out, making sure that there isn't anything going on. Let's see. I need to roll something. Oh well, that's a great roll. So that could either mean really good for you guys as a good omen, or possibly bad omen. We'll see how that goes. That was a very high roll. Let me grab Let me grab a wheelchair. Bill just kind of looking off about, kind of still looking at all the pretty lights and everything that was going on here. I need to look at my map, on my own map here for a minute. Making sure I have everything. Here it is. Districts. Okay. Yeah, it would basically be now. So she goes ahead and you guys kind of wait for a minute at the crosswalk and begin walking through to past here down towards the leisure district. She then begins to make a right turn as you're walking past a few crowds of people. Bill just being very especially well behaved at the moment.
I look back like a few times on the way just to
he's
make sure.
He's walking with you at a pretty good pace, but he's just heavily distracted at the moment. especially when you guys start to get to the corner over here. You kind of smell something pretty good, actually, as it seems that as you turn the corner this way, there's a few places that have little food shops here and there of all sorts of things. You smell beef, fish, all sorts of stuff. And just kind of stops and he's like, "Well, what's that? What's that smell? That's not bacon."
No.
Oh, but it smells good though.
No.
No, what? I'm just saying.
Didn't you eat before we left?
He gives you a bit of a blank stare. I can't remember. At which point, you guys head down the street and towards this little shopping district. And Zia stops and kind of takes in the surroundings a bit as the crowd of people starts to get a little more congested. And she looks over towards into her left side. She's like, "All right, looks like we're gonna have to go up a little bit." So you guys go up a couple of stairs, past a few people, up into the second floor, in which you find a small hobby shop. You can all see sorts of like little models and stuff like that, kind of hanging in the windows, kind of hanging about. Very colorful, bright. And Bill pushes his face up against the glass.
Oh my god.
Just looking at it. Oh, so cool.
Oh god. Excuse me, is Andrew here already?
Don't lick the window. Don't lick the window.
Zia just shakes her head. Alright, so what are you planning to do exactly?
What do you mean? I need pain if I gotta do anything.
Well, yeah, but we gotta figure out, like, what you're doing so we know what to get. We can't overspend. At least I can't.
I walk away.
Alright, let's let him do his own thing then. She goes ahead and hangs off into one side of the shop. So what do you like out of character here? What are you looking for?
Just some
Are you looking for like a
silver paint
silver paint? Okay. Like
and maybe some pinks
some pinks.
and whites
Pinks and whites. Okay.
and purples.
Oh lord. Okay.
Lord.
Oh, and black.
Okay. Are you playing like what's the thing that you're trying to plan to do here? Because if it's gonna, not sure if you need like a lot of buckets. Cause this will depend on like how much you're spending here.
It's spray paint.
Spray paint.
It's
Okay.
cans.
Okay, that's
Spray
gonna
cans.
That's gonna be easy then. Okay. Yeah. So with a little bit of looking around, you kind of find a few of the things that you need. In fact, this actually would seem to be a really good find on Zia's part because these prices are actually very cheap, very affordable. So for all those spray cans, go ahead and deduct about 4 gold from your inventory.
Prylon. This is the only brand y'all have?
Oh no.
See, it's just like, oh, come on, let's not harass him.
This is shit model.
Yeah, but is it gonna get the job done?
If you want low tier art, sure, I guess.
He kind of looks at you with this puzzled expression, like, low tier. Look, we're trying to send a message, not be Da Vinci.
We gotta make an impression too.
I mean, fair. Look, let's just get it and we'll just go from there, okay?
Fine, I'll settle with this peasantry.
It's affordable, come on. So, grabbing your spray paints and what was it? Bilge is in there and he's looking at a little model. We'll just say for argument's sake, just a little Gundam figure.
Oh.
And he's got his big sausage finger ready about to poke it, and then Zia comes in, just stop it. I was like, oh, what the hell? I ain't gonna do nothing.
No touch.
At which point, all of you begin exiting from the shop, which Zia looks to you and says, okay, so, where are we doing this thing at?
I have no clue.
Okay,
What do you suggest? I mean, normally I would just do it right in front of people.
well, considering that this is graffiti, but yeah, at the same time, this place is run by a bunch of criminals anyway, so I don't think it really matters, to be quite honest. Let me think. Let me make a roll. Okay, that's really good. Zia just sort of gets a bit of a light bulb moment. She's like, oh, I have an idea. One of the best places to do so, besides around here, because, you know, if it was at night, this would be the best place to do it. But the second best place to do it, especially during the day, is in the electronics section. A lot of people there. There's probably a wall we can use over there somewhere. Actually, there's a place not too far from here that's actually kind of unoccupied. And if it's unoccupied, I don't think anyone's going to give a care about us spraying their walls.
Alright. Sounds good.
Alright, so you guys start to head back to the little alleyway. And at which point, heading towards this way, Alexander, go ahead and roll a d20 for me real quick, just a flat d20.
Okay. 15.
15? Okay, that's pretty good. Currently at this moment, there doesn't seem to be any Hightower individuals or anyone else that seems like they could be against what you're doing. So far, you seem to be in the clear.
Okay.
At which point, you're making past the sea of people in here. You reach over towards this little, it's not exactly dilapidated, but it's certainly in need of a little TLC in this corner, as it seems to be a place that has a few bars in the back, but they're kind of just sort of grouped together, kind of scrunched up and a little dirty looking. There's a few trash bags hanging out from the side as well too. And Zia looks at it and says, "This is the one. So go ahead and do what you need to do. I'll go ahead and keep watch, making sure nobody does anything."
I will do.
At which point,
Bilge, look away.
What? Look away.
Look away.
All right. Don't give me the scary eyes now. Come on. At which point, he kind of looks there, and he tries to sneak a peek a little bit.
Bilge!
Oh, I don't see nothing. Oh, it's all with bricks. Okay.
I'm gonna put on a bandana over my face, because, you know,
Of course, yeah.
shitty quality paint.
Sure. Makes sense. What should I make you roll for this? Wow. That's funny. I'm sorry, I just saw what Alexandria posted.
Oh my god!
Let me look through one of the, Okay, I'll tell you this. Go ahead and roll a straight intelligence check, but also add your proficiency bonus to it.
What? Sorry, I spaced out.
That's okay. It's going to be a straight intelligence roll, but also add your proficiency bonus, because this is something that you've actually been pretty good at doing, so.
Okay.
See how well you make it. That's not good.
10.
Whoop.
Okay.
Not the artist you thought you were.
Jack, you're not even here. Let's see.
Lemon is here.
Yeah, but Lemon needs to sit down because I'm trying to narrate.
Okay. Wait, I am sitting.
Well, keep doing it. At any rate, so Alexander, you're kind of your mind is too stuck on the idea that this is really shitty paint. You kind of realize that it is indeed affordable for a reason now. But you're still getting the job done. It's not exactly up to your standards, but so far you're not having much of an issue. One of the except for one of the spray cans seemed to be a little bit jammed, but you kind of shake it a bit enough for it to actually work. Kind of
Stupid piece of shit.
Kind of lamenting to yourself in doing so. So far it's turning out all right. Go ahead and do it again and see how well it starts to turn out now. This is only the beginning.
Okay, that went off my table. Why do I bother?
Oh my god.
That one!
Jesus. Okay, let me roll something here.
I hope that bottle explodes on me. Cause God.
It very well may. We'll see.
Shut up.
You know. Oh no, internet shit itself for Morse. That's okay. You might have heard like the one infest you. Okay. Okay. During at this time, as you're kind of doing so, the the same bottle that's been giving you issue for the past half an hour now gets stuck again, and at which point it when you try to spray it, somebody actually bumps into you, causing you to drop it, in which it goes poof, explodes all over the ground.
Whoops.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
At which point it's like it almost sounds like a soda can exploding, just like a loud pop noise going on. At which point Bilge holds his hands up in the air. It wasn't me, I swear, I didn't do nothing. At which point Zia's feathers are standing on end. She looks back. She's like, what the hell was that?
The product's of shitty quality.
She looks over at the exploded can. She's like, oh, damn, no doubt. Do you need me to make a run back real quick?
What color was the can that...
It was... it was the pink one.
Fucking A. This is an omen, I swear. I'll be exploding somewhere in the future.
Oh no.
Oh god. Okay.
Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's only the pink one. It's not like I really needed it anyway.
Alright, well, I can go get it if need be.
No! I don't need any more shitty paint!
Alright. No problem. And at which point she turns back around, keeping an eye open, making sure nobody else kind of gets in the way now. Bilge still has his hands up in the air. Alright, go ahead and roll.
At this point for this, I'm just gonna like just not give a shit. Just put a stupid hand.
Okay. Okay. At which point, yeah, you kind of at this point are a little frustrated with the turn of events, but managed to power through it, and actually managed to make something pretty good, actually, despite all the instances and issues that you've had. It definitely gets the idea across. It's big hand shape, silver in color, definitely is very eye-catching. In fact, a lot of people start to stop and look as this goes on.
I give him the sting eye.
A few of them are like, "Oh shit," and they just sort of walk off, kind of looking, not looking back. And at which point, Zia turns around, looks at it. It's like, well, that's certainly eye-catching.
I hate this.
What's wrong with it? It gets the idea.
Everything.
I literally don't see an issue.
It's because you don't have an eye for arts.
Yeah, you're actually right. I don't. But
Whatever. Let's just get on with it with the others.
all right, sure.
Oh wait.
Ah.
Before that, I'm gonna grab the black paint.
Okay.
And then quickly spray something on the bottom
Okay.
of the graffiti
What are you spraying?
thingy. Coded message.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Okay. Is this something that you want to keep secret from?
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. Welcome back. Okay, sure. At which point, Zia just shrugs and it's like, I don't know what that means, but alright, sure.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure if this librarian is smart enough, he'll figure it out.
Probably. I mean, we're talking about an information broker.
And I'm sure he won't disappoint me.
I've had a question on my mind all day, and I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to sound silly, but I don't... What? He kind of leans into you, Alexander. What's an info beaver?
Info beaver.
It's something of your wildest dreams.
Kind of gets starry-eyed for a minute. You kind of have an idea about what that means already. He just seems at a loss.
I wave my hand in front of his face. Hello.
He seems to be at a loss for words as suddenly his mind has suddenly gone into Bacon Wonderland.
Oh well, he's gone.
Zia looks at him, then back at you. It's like, does he usually do this?
Yeah.
How is he even here right now?
I asked the same question.
I mean, make no mistake, this boy hits like a truck, but how?
These are questions. They're better off unanswered.
You know
Let's
what?
keep moving.
You are absolutely right. I'm not going to. And at which point, she goes ahead and pats him on the shoulder, in which he shakes his head. I'm paying attention. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Kind of looking around. Oh, we're going.
Yes, we're going.
All right. Getting your job done. Let's go ahead and move the scene.
Leaving that pink mess.
Yeah, just this massive splotch of pink on the ground. In which actually, Alexander, when you leave and look back, you can't help but kind of find it a little funny, seeing a bunch of people sort of look and stare at the pink blotch now, almost like as if it was like some sort of weird modern art exhibit.
You know, it doesn't look so bad.
What was that?
You know? What? Huh? Oh, you know, just thinking about art and how it looks like there was a murder in place.
I mean, if somebody, like, murdered a Care Bear, sure.
Have you never played Danganronpa?
She gives you this look like, that wasn't even English, was it? Needless to say, no, I haven't.
Man. Artless and no knowledge of good games.
Damn.
Look, I used to be a cop in my spare time as well as, you know, full time. I didn't have time for that kind of stuff. And now me being an investigator, the only time I get to play any games are basically fighting games. That's my favorite.
Approval.
Anyways, you get your job done there.
Half-assed, sure.
It's half-assed, but it gets the job done. So
I guess where to next?
What, you want to go ahead and tag another wall?
Hell yeah. The more the better, right?
True. At which point she kind of stops for a second.
I still got plenty to say.
In a joint effort to figure out some things, just for the sake of brevity, Alexander, go ahead and roll me a perception check. And Zia's gonna do it.
God.
Okay, that's not bad.
15.
15? Oh, it's exactly what you rolled too, but...
Oh my god.
That's natural 15, so it's a... that is actually like a 21. So, taking your time with finding out some places that'd be good, you come across a couple of places in, interestingly enough, a side of the building over nearby you, which would be your second stop down this way, towards a wall here in the entertainment district. Spending some time with that too, about like a bit of an hour as you sort of try to give a little more flair to your artistic tapestry that is the brick wall. You also then begin to move towards, say, a little higher up into the electronics district, as Zia would then point out to you, both you and Bilge, that it would probably be better to hit up a wall nearby the station, in which you saw a sort of train station. If you look up towards the map, north towards the map, there's like this little line kind of doing this upward and then downward curve. That's where the train is. And you suggest, or she suggests, that this wall over this way by the track is, it's still in use, but it'll definitely get the point across for sure. Actually, when you're over there, hang on, I'll move you guys up there real quick. Let me just do something. I also want you to make another perception check as you guys begin to move towards that way.
Why are we rolling low today, huh?
That's what I want to know too.
14.
That's still really good. At which point, you look over towards, as you're kind of just moving about, and Zia's over here, Bill just kind of staring off into space that way, looking away from you doing your work, as you're kind of spraying, giving yourself just a momentary break so that the cloud of acrylics and such don't poison your lungs despite having a bandana on. You look through a bit of the cloud as you kind of waft it away and see over towards the your left-hand side over there a few of the Hightower officials kind of just standing there.
Oh shit.
They seem to have not taken notice of you, though. Either that, they're not taking notice, or not caring.
1, 2, 3.
And it seems to be about 4 of them. And at which point, hang on, I need to roll something for Bilge. No, he's still off into space. That was really low.
Okay, good. I'll keep it that way then.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of drooling a little bit too. So.
Hey, Bilge.
And he kind of turns around.
Keep looking this way.
Wait, which way?
My way.
What, you want me to look? You said,
Don't look at the wall. Look at me.
All right.
But don't look at me doing, the art. Just look at me.
You can tell that his brain is kind of breaking right now. He's kind of not understanding what you're saying.
As I keep repeating, look at me, but not at me doing the art. Or the wall.
But,
look at me.
But,
look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Okay. keep looking.
I'm looking.
Don't take your eyes off me.
I'm not looking. I'm not. Alexander, you ought to know I've got the best eyes in the group.
Aww. Wait.
He kind of crosses his arms and seems a little irritated. Well, you ought to know I've got the best eyes. There's no problem there.
Your eyes are pretty mediocre. Mine's are purple.
How could you say that? I got the HD eyes. And he kind of opens his eyes up using his index and thumb, kind of opening up right in front of your face.
You don't even know what HD means!
It means, highly delectable.
Wow. I turned to see it. You see what I deal with?
See, it's just like face palming the entire time hearing this. Just like, he's not even, is he even real? He doesn't seem real.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I think it's just a figment of imagination from joining this organization.
Well, if that's the case, then that means this figment of imagination hurts. Not just my head.
Oh god, it's infective.
Bilge is a cryptid term. Okay. Yeah, but Bill's just looking your way, not looking at the Hightower guards over there. Roll me another d20 with proficiency on intelligence.
Oh my god, I keep getting out of why you like this! 6.
Yeah, Alexander, it's really mediocre in your eyes. It's just, you can't. Something about the fact, maybe because Bill just kind of watching you, and it's kind of making you feel a little on edge, just because he's just so eccentric.
Why does this reflect real life?
So it's a little too close to home. At which point, whatever the case may be, why things seem to not be working out at the moment, it's not exactly up to your standards and making it a little difficult.
This is why I can't settle with Prylon.
Prylon? Yeah, at which point, kind of lamenting to yourself once again. Yeah, it's so far your first and your second tag had been much better than this one. Again, Bill just still sort of staring uncomfortably at you.
Bill, just don't stare too deep into me, please. I can't concentrate.
Boy, you said to look at you.
Okay, but don't look at too intently.
Okay, alright.
Can you look at me, but not so, to look at me? Like, just lessen the look a little. Like, look at me, but look through me.
He then looks to you, and he squints, and he's like, how about that? Is that better? The silence is deafening. It's almost like he never left.
Character and in real life, I'm just so poker face right now.
It's honestly like he's never left. Okay. At which point,
I'm just gonna put my little message again and let's just go.
Okay, yeah.
Before
you do
they
that.
notice.
Yeah. At which point you kind of blend into the crowd a little bit and try to move. A lot of people just sort of looking at you. Let me see if Hightower starts to notice. So when you guys begin to move out of the way, Alexandria, you kind of look back to see everyone kind of just looking slightly befuddled at your masterpiece at work here. However, you can't help but notice that some of the Hightower people kind of eye you.
Shit.
But you begin to walk and turn the corner, and at which point you're out of view. At which point, at that, we shall move on to our next group.
What?
Let's see, who shall go next? Okay, so it'll be... oh god, pardon me. It'll be Team Tulius.
Yay.
So,
Alright,
Tulius, Jack, and Kai. Kind of standing out in the business district, or the financial district. At which point Kai kind of looks to you, Tulius, and he says, "All right, so what's the deal then? What are we gonna do?"
All right. Let's see. Yeah, we wanted to head over to the gambling district, right? Or
I think that's what you said, yeah.
yeah, let's go ahead and head that way.
With no Alexander to distract us, I think going through the gambling district would be much easier.
What, does he have a problem with gambling or something?
I'm pretty sure he had the past of taking risks. And not necessarily just money. Pretty sure that boy has a kink for almost dying.
I'm not here to pry into people's businesses.
Everything should be fine.
Okay.
Well, just outstanding gentlemen who know what they're doing.
So... At which point, how are you guys going to get there? What's your route?
I don't know if taking the main street would be a good idea. They might have a lot of checkpoints or something.
We don't know the city well enough to go the back route, though.
I mean, if we could...
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if we can skirt through kind of the alleys here, and then just really quick dip around this way. We can,
Ooh, but we have to go through the main road.
I mean, it's a lot less movement through the main road than the entire way.
That's true. Well, let's hope our luck turns out then.
Okay.
Makes more sense to me anyway.
Okay. So... Alright. What's your marching order then?
I guess I'll take the front.
We'll take front?
I take middle.
Okay, Kai's taking up the rear
If
again.
Foxy takes back.
Yep.
I totally remember his name. And I'm not totally
I
not.
literally just said it.
Fuck!
Wow. Okay, so you guys being heading down the...
My badness with names carry out throughout any character, doesn't it?
I guess that's just a universal trait of all your characters. As you guys are making your way to there, let me make a roll. Okay.
Roll for... Oh, you're making the roll.
Yes, I'm making a roll. Jack, you can keep moving. At which point, you guys are having sort of an uneventful kind of stroll through about town. It's,
Okay.
There's some people, especially at this point in time, there's just a lot of people in suits. That starts to die down a bit as you kind of walk down the alley towards this way. There's quite a few sort of bikes hanging around here and there. Little hangout spots, it seems, little parking spaces as well too, but not much else.
And, you know, I was expecting vagrants and an occasional crack needle, not men's in suits.
Well, you're in the financial district, don't you know?
This is a respectable city.
I guess they have respectable bums, I guess.
So yeah, I'll just kind of like look both ways.
Okay.
See what's going.
Roll perception.
Perception. Okay, that's a good start with a nat 20.
Oh shit, okay. Looking about swiftly but very carefully, you see that there doesn't seem to be anything here. In fact, it seems very quiet.
Awesome.
Okay. Let's get a move before something happens.
Alright. You head your way down towards the alley.
I'll make one more look around in this area.
Seeing that Lemon is kind of sitting back there, Kai's just gonna go ahead and take a middle then.
Eh.
Okay, roll another. Sorry, excuse me. Oh man, fucking hot sauce is destroying my throat. Go ahead and roll another perception.
That's what you get for messing with us.
Nearly as good. 9.
9. So with that, you're kind of looking about, and you're now getting into a district where there's a lot more people. It's not incredibly crowded, but seems to be a bit of a busy day today. You're pretty fairly certain there doesn't seem to be any Hightower nearby or anybody else that you need to keep an eye open for. You're fairly certain on it, though.
Alright. Let's just kind of blend in with the crowd and don't look suspicious.
Oh, I'm just an old man as far as all I know. And I'm pretty sure Foxboy here is pretty much a native, so I think blending in is part of his bones.
Most people don't mess with me because they already know me.
Oh. A guy with a rep.
Oh, yeah. You saw what I did to that guy earlier, right?
Sure. You pretty much messed him up.
That's any indication. At which point, I'll say to your earlier nat 20 and not rolling super low, here you kind of notice up ahead, you do see what Bilge was talking about, Tulius, that there is a few Hightower individuals sort of stationed up towards this way, towards that big concrete wall that just seems to be possibly where that that plot of land is.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe let's just head back down this way instead and just stay away from them entirely.
It's a good idea. Don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to go ahead and attract anyone, you know, like that. Not after what we're about to do.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm just glad they didn't bring the dogs this time.
They have dogs.
Hell, the hounds, actually.
What the hell
I've
kind
got a
of
lot.
what the hell kind of company are they?
Mean son of a bitch.
Not fooling. Alright. I need to make another roll. Okay. That's pretty good. It is still very quiet here. It seems that, especially in comparison to all the activity earlier, it seems that everything has really calmed down quite a bit here. Either that or they happen to be in another place entirely and you guys are getting very lucky. Whatever the case is, you're in the clear.
Okay, let's start heading this way real fast.
Yep, you kind of walk at a bit of a brisk pace. You kind of notice as well too, with Kai right behind you, a lot of people are still minding to themselves, but they still kind of give you guys a bit of a wide berth. Kind of giving a hint that Kai was pretty genuine about his statement.
See, your reputation precedes you.
Well, when you're going around working undercover with a guild and they know you by that undercover identity, they tend to fear you.
Well, glad we know the real you then.
Yeah, I don't mean to deceive anybody.
Yeah,
but
just, there's more people scared of you and more people willing to shank you out in the open.
well, and that might be the case if we run into any blue suns.
Oh yeah. Let's hope not.
They seem to be very quiet today, which is very uncharacteristic. Usually they're pretty loud and obnoxious.
You don't think Mr. Hightower has something to do with it?
No idea. Couldn't tell you.
I guess we'll ask the librarian all about it if we get to him.
That's a good idea. If anyone would know, it'd be them. Whoever they are.
I'll take a look down this way, make sure it looks clear.
Let me make a roll and go ahead and roll perception on top of that. Jesus Christ. Wow, man, you're fucking lucky.
23.
23, very good. Yeah, everything seems to be very clear. This was sort of the back alley where you did find the little out-of-the-way gambling place known as Hilo. Off to your right-hand side, you do notice the sign that's there as you're looking down the alleyway. Otherwise, it's very clear.
Does there look to be any sort of signage or anything that looks like there's postings or other existing graffiti on the walls or anything like that?
With your really strong perception roll, I'd say that you've managed to see that there is quite a bit in which that'd be a good way to place it. However, it occurs to you that this is a good spot and all, but you kind of need something that's a little more out in the open. Because there is graffiti, make no mistake, especially on the wall to your your left. It's very much so covered at the moment. So you could make a statement there, but you have a feeling that putting it more in the open is probably better.
Okay. It wouldn't be a bad idea just to put something here, just in case, but yeah, we'll strike up another section as well.
Okay. Alright, so you're going to place a sign here?
Yeah, so I'll prestidigitate the symbol that we're using.
Okay. Yep, you go ahead and do so. With little to no issue. The image that you had conjured in your mind has been made manifest onto the wall easily. As
Just making sure it blends a little bit with whatever's existing there.
Right, yeah. It's not like having flat colors on top of like something shaded where it just pops out instantly, almost like in a sore thumb way. It does. You manage to blend it in with the brick pretty well. It's not bad. Actually, it's not even brick wall. This is actually like marble in a way. Well, part of it. Side of the front of the building, you realize that this is a really big building that was meant for like the high rollers, right? The front looks nice. The sides, not so much. It's still brick. The front, though, is like marble and just nice. This is kind of almost seemed like an afterthought was placed for the sides of this building here.
You know, I didn't think buildings can wear masks, but lo and behold, this little shit.
You can almost say that the architecture for this place is a bit gaudy.
Say that again. Alright, let's continue a little bit further. It's not a whole lot that we have to cover here in this district, so let's make the most of it.
It's a good idea. Okay. As you're coming across the corner, roll another perception for me real quick.
14.
14? That's good. Kind of peeking around the corner a bit, you happen to notice that there is another Hightower official kind of standing at the edge over there. And his attention seems to be directed towards this direction. He's just sort of standing there by the corner, but a lot of people are giving him a wide berth as well too. I don't know why the hell this like PMC looking guy is just sort of sitting there. And they don't ask questions.
Right.
But he's currently there and you can see that his gaze is set upon your general direction.
Alright. Kai, do you think you can run a distraction while I look for a couple of spots?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Got company at the end of the alley.
Alright, I can handle that. He kind of moves past you a bit. And as he walks down the lane over here in this little street, a lot of people seem to be a lot less observant in this district. Some people are already doing their morning drinking. Yeah, they
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. 5 o'clock in the morning in the fucking States. With that said, though, he's kind of just walking about, kind of just doing his own thing, and in fact, he walks past the Hightower guy and walks kind of, you see, kind of dipping behind him a bit. And in a moment, you see a streak of white run past. Tiny body. And which the Hightower guy stops, looks at his pouch, looks over him, and you hear, "You little furry bastard, get back here!"
Run. Cheeky little guy, ain't he?
At which point they are out of sight.
Perfect.
Let's go before. Actually, with all that armor, I don't think he's gonna catch up.
Probably not. Alright, let's look for a spot before he decides to come back to his post.
Oh, maybe his wallet was in there.
Alright, so what's around here that we can,
Let me see. Okay. You happen to notice that there is, still keep me up with the same perception roll, I'm not going to keep making you roll it. You do notice that there is, there seems to be this sort of board in which you have, some people place a few little things here. In fact, there's actually seems to be this other, board nearby at a little booth in which they have, little messages that people write out whenever they win something. You kind of look at it, and you can't really read the language, but you kind of gather the idea that this is sort of a lottery board. It's a small place where you can get like little scratch-offs and such like that, but you know, people like to display how much they won, and you kind of have a feeling that a lot of this is probably fabricated. But if you wanted to make a statement, this is a good place to do it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is there actually a little stand that has scratch off?
Yeah, it's right next to
it's
right next to the board in which you're staying in front of.
I'll actually go and buy one real quick.
Okay. There's a couple of them. There's one that's worth 10 gold, one that's worth 100, and another one worth 1,000. What would you like?
Those no, I'll just go ahead and buy the 10 gold one.
10 one, the cheapo? Sure thing. Go ahead and deduct that. The nice little lady that's behind the counter slides it over to you, gives you a nice warm smile, as you now have gained yourself a little scratch-off ticket. I need you to roll me, if you're wanting to check out to see if you won. Okay. Go ahead and roll me 3d8s and see what you get.
Oh, 3d8.
Yep.
Okay. Do I add them up in total, or
No, just individually.
okay? So first one we've got 3,
Okay.
6.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 6. And another 3.
Cool. All right. Well, you actually match 3 numbers, which means you actually get 50 gold now.
Oh, dang!
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
You kind of just take a moment just to kind of play around while you're here, you know, in Rome, as they say. You take out a small coin and you begin to scratch off the numbers, and sure enough, you manage to match 3 numbers in which you take a look. Again, it's kind of hard to tell through through letters alone, but you generally figure out that you won a pretty strong amount, especially in comparison to what you had just put in.
All right. Well, I guess I'll act like really excited in front of the lady. I won! Oh my gosh!
She looks and she's like, "Oh, that's wonderful, dear.
Wow. Can I post on the message board here?
Absolutely, whatever you want to say."
Awesome. All right, so I'll take a piece of paper or something.
Good, you got money for some pizza and more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll take the paper and kind of as subtle as I can, like look like I'm writing, but prestidigitate the symbol. But then underneath, I'll actually write "Seek the truth."
Ooh. Suddenly, everyone's getting in on an ARG that doesn't exist. All right, cool.
It's familiar.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you go ahead and prestidigitate the symbol. Is this like a one? I just meant to ask earlier. Is this like a 1-to-1 symbol for the silver hand, or is this something that vaguely looks like it?
Probably like something similar. It's not the actual symbol.
Right. I figured, but I thought I'd ask.
I'd probably do a little bit of my own flair.
Right. Give it a little bit of flourish, kind of like what Alexander's currently doing.
Yeah. Probably add my own like little musical notes onto the side or something.
Yeah. And then you add the words at the bottom, "Seek the truth" on it. And your message is now on the board.
I'll give a polite nod to the lady, and then I think we shall exit the way we entered.
Okay. Cool. All right.
All right, Jack.
I will say, out of character, Tulius, you were very close to winning that big jackpot with that one.
Oh
You
man.
know what I rolled? I rolled 3, 3, and 1.
Oh man.
Yeah, you were almost about to hit the big gold. And that was only with the cheapo.
I mean, hey, 50
Honestly?
gold is more than what I had this morning.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm kind of wondering what you would done if you didn't win.
Wah wah.
Good answer. Okay. You start heading down the alleyway, and right at the corner, as you start to walk across, you are met by your friend. And he kind of looks to you as he's laying up against a wall. And he says, "I'm pretty good, or what, huh?"
Yeah. You didn't happen to give back that guy's wallet, did you?
Nah, I took something else. And he gets out of his pocket, and you can see he took out a pistol magazine.
Oh, neat.
That'll ruin his day.
Yeah, exactly. At which points he puts it back in his pocket. He's like, "Alright, any other places you want to stop by?"
Oh, any other high-end casinos that we can poke our nose into?
Well, this is the only place to really do it at.
I think back the way we came, kind of between those two large buildings, we might be able to find something there on our way back.
We could, yeah. And we're still within the electronics district, yeah. But maybe. Out of character, what are you looking for exactly, Tulius?
As
Jack,
far as
you can also assist with this too if you're looking for anything specific.
Any places that are somewhat high profile, but not too much in the public eye, if that makes sense.
I think so. Tullius, what were you looking for?
Yeah, probably just signage, or if there's like notices on storefronts, something that we could easily place a symbol that's kind of, on something that will be seen by people, but could be overlooked.
Right. Okay. Both of you, two of you, make me maybe another intelligence roll like Alexander did, but add your proficiency with this as well.
Give me a minute.
Ooh, that's a straight 6.
So
What's my intelligence?
that's like a 10. So, but what's your proficiency?
5.
Oh God, guys. Well,
Oh,
you are lucky I devised to shoot for Kai today, because now I get to do this for him. Jesus. Okay. Juxtaposition. So Jack, you rolled a what? A natural.
on the dice is a flat 6.
So 6. So it'd be a 10.
Oh.
Not what you needed. However, Kai, as you begin discussing what you're looking for, he sits there, thinks for a second, and then he looks up and he says, "Oh, I actually know a couple places within the electronics district on the way back to Skybound if you want."
Nice.
Sounds good.
Alright. Turns right around, you begin walking towards this part of the city. He kind of looks over, kind of making sure that there's nothing else over here. And he stops. He's like, "Which way should we go?" And those friends of yours are all the way down at the end of this street. On one end. But I don't know if they'll catch us.
It might just be a good idea to go the way we came, just so that we don't attract too much attention.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, let's avoid them.
Oh my God.
What?
I approve.
God damn it.
I approve so much of that.
Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, exactly how quick she deciphered that, except, that's kind of her thing, so it's like in character too.
Yeah.
Alright, so which way did you guys go again? Did you walk across the main street, or did you actually take
Yeah, we went up around this way.
Okay.
Or no. Actually... No, yeah, we did go this way.
Okay. So at which point, Kai goes ahead and takes his brisk pace through here. Rolling. Nope. Don't see a thing. Yeah, Kai doesn't see anything, so he's just doing his own thing. He's a man on a mission, as you can tell. Which point, you find yourselves in...
Come on.
Grandpa, no! Get the wheelchair! Okay. There you go, you're good. As you guys are walking by, real quick, as before you had done anything going across that street, you notice down here, you see a sort of, almost at first seems like a dust cloud, but you kind of look over and peer a little more and you see Bilge as he has his hand, for some reason, reasons unknown, he has his hands up, almost like he's being held up at gunpoint at the moment, staring off into space, as well as you see Zia in the back and Alexander working on his thing.
Yeah, that seems normal.
In fact, you notice there's a bit of a crowd kind of looking behind them, and almost seems like as if they're watching a street performance right now. If street performances could be modern art, which... Take your guess on how well that would work.
I am very confused on what's going on.
It's getting seen, so that's a good thing at least.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people are watching. At which point, you sort of notice a bunch of storefronts here. These seems to be a lot of things related to digital media, such as movies and such. Little places that have some games as well too. A little bit of a mishmash of kind of everything here, but this is mostly a shopping part. As when you mentioned to Kai that you were looking for what you were looking for, storefronts and such, he kind of gestures towards the windows and he says, "You won't be able to find any other place that won't capture the eye as well as this place does."
Huh. What if they got Dig Dug?
Wow.
You're kind of showing your age there.
Peek at the storefront,
Mm-hmm.
and then just... Is that Karate Koala 3?
I blink a little bit.
No way.
Who?
Do you know how hard it is to find a copy of this in our country?
No.
Super quick detour. I'm sorry, I need to get this.
Okay.
You're showing a side that no one has ever seen before and probably likely will not. So you're heading in?
The movie buff.
Oh, true. Karate Koala, Jesus Christ. So you...
This kind of kid stuff.
Says the guy who's talking about, video games and Dig Dug and such.
Dig Dug is a classic and it will never age.
Are you sure about that?
I bet my gravestone on it.
Tulius, that's exactly what I was thinking when you said it. Okay, yeah, you head in. Deduct 1 gold for Karate Koala 3.
Oh man. That's gonna be fun to watch when we get back.
Sure.
Any other B movies you want to take a look at? They probably got them here.
Oh no, we've got a job to do. I'm good now.
Okay. Alright, so, how do you go about doing what you plan to do?
Let's see. Actually, while there was anything in the store, was there like a cardboard cutout or something there?
Yeah, there was a couple of them there. There's a few standees there.
I might just nonchalantly, as I'm walking past them, I'll just kind of, touch the cardboard and place the sign on there real quick.
Okay. Yeah, roll me slight. Are you doing a slight, like, kind of nonchalantly, as you said, kind of just not trying to draw attention to yourself, but kind of just doing it?
Yeah, like I'm accidentally, like, bumping it by mistake or something.
Okay, sleight of hand then, real quick.
Alright, another nat 20 for 26 total.
Jesus, oh my god. Tulius on top of it, X Games mode. So, yeah, you're able to play up the fact that, you're just like, uh-oh, whoopsie, touch that. No one seems to ever care. You're probably one of the slickest things you've done so far. And you kind of... It feels great at one moment, and then you kind of realize, wow, that was like my best slick moment there. You start to think that you may need to work on it a bit more. But you do what you tend out to do. There is a symbol, just like all the others, right on that.
Alright. Yeah, I can imagine there's probably going to be some sort of surveillance in here as well, so I can see.
Definitely. Kind of looking about, I will say, you don't have to roll anything for this either. It's pretty noticeable. In many corners of this store, there are definitely surveillance cameras there.
And then I'll walk out like a happy kid on Christmas.
Yeah. which point,
Oh boy.
Yeah, Kai was looking through some of the things too, and he looks over at what you got, and he's like, he looks at that, and then at you, and then back at that again. He's like, I never would have expected you to actually be a fan of something like that.
Well, I mean, to understand different cultures, you have to understand their, basically how Hollywood runs. You gotta understand their movie cultures.
Are you just saying that so you don't look like a B-movie nerd?
I mean, what's wrong with that? Mr. Flash Gordon.
You leave Flash Gordon out of the...
Shots fired.
What a boomer.
Wow.
Guys just looks over. He's just, well, I mean, I guess I see what you mean. I don't know. I'm not judging. I'm just curious.
I enjoy critiquing movies.
I see.
In fact, I've actually had plans. We met a movie director once, and I pitched a few ideas to him. He wasn't really keen on any of the ideas, but he was also a vampire, so,
At which point, he looks really puzzled. Vampire?
Vampire.
Never met one of those before.
Really?
No.
I wouldn't recommend it.
What did your suggestions, like, piss him off or something?
Well, no, he was already batshit crazy. Pun intended.
I was about to ask, like, what did you suggest to him, but...
Oh, well, I mean, if you're interested.
Oh my god.
No, we talked about this later.
Yeah, you're right. We probably should. We'll talk about that later.
Oh boy.
Alright, you got a job to do.
So you have a little bag in your hand, a little plastic bag, as you begin sort of walking across the storefronts here. So what's your plan there?
I think maybe one more. We don't want to draw too much more suspicion.
Okay. Sure. You manage to prestidigitate another sign. Is it going to be like on a storefront sign, or is it going to be... Where are you placing this bad boy?
Let's see. Is there some sort of, like a crosswalk or something in this area, or...
It's more like just sort of a tiled street. It's wide. I almost think like, an outlet mall, in a way.
Okay. Yeah, if there's any sort of, like, advertisement that's just kind of standing out in the open.
Oh, yeah.
Next to one of the storefronts.
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of them.
Yeah, I'll kind of plaster one of those on. Discreetly.
Okay. Let me make a roll here and see something. Secret GM rolls. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, yeah, you go ahead and do so. You just pick off a random sign. Preferably, you were looking for... No, I mean, you weren't really looking for anything super specific, so you just go to one of the nearest signs that sort of have a bunch of, like, lights flashing around, trying to definitely capture the attention of people walking by. And you place your hand over it and just hand symbol right there.
And this one I'll give it, like, big, googly anime eyes. Just so it kind of blends in.
Okay, sure.
Bugger.
At which point, Kai just comes over and says, "Alright, well, I guess if there's any other place you want to head off to."
Why did you do that?
It's gotta blend in.
The mystics are even more.
I mean, it has to... It's gotta be noticeable, but discreet. That's the point. We want him to see, we don't want everybody else to see.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
I mean, Kai looks at it. He says, "It's something."
It's something.
What is the advertisement for?
You kind of look about, and it's hard to tell because you can't read. Kai looks at it and he says, "Oh God." Let me make a roll. Okay. That's hilarious. He kind of looks and he shakes his head. Oh God. It's one of those.
What?
You can tell that he's kind of at a loss for words on how to explain it.
Oh no.
It's you'll find that in many places around here, people are kind of open about things.
Okay.
It's like, think of it as a video store for those who are not meant for underage.
It's like, you know, I'm like not a kid. I think I know what porn is by this point.
I think about it for a second, then I just without looking at it, I place my hand on the picture, and when I release it, it just is the picture is blushing now. There, it works. Let's go.
Kai just shakes his head. Oh God, what have I gotten myself into?
Some picture, but now it's blushing.
Oh.
At which point, some people are kind of looking at him and kind of at you guys as you kind of huddled over this sign. And he looks back. He doesn't say anything, but people immediately start moving their way then. Alright. They still good. They still think I'm a criminal. Alright, let's get moving.
Let's head back to the financial district.
Okay, you guys heading back to home, your now new home base?
Yep.
Okay. We shall move the scene over to our third intrepid group. So Alexandria, Xian, and Moors. What's your plan?
Lord. Did I even think of a plan?
I don't know. Did you?
What is a plan?
What is the plan? I'm hopefully not getting caught for one. Okay. So, find a location, space the little thing. I need paint.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we're in kindergarten again.
Huh?
We're in kindergarten.
Kindergarten. That's kind of the point. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be super fancy. It's gotta be noticeable, but not super, you know. Alexander Fancy.
Right.
You can draw.
Huh?
You can draw.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what are you talking about? Alexander is not fancy.
I don't know what I'm talking about. It must be this location.
What location?
Where we're at.
Yeah, you guys.
This whole
You
city.
guys have noticed that the other two groups have split off, and now you're in the financial district. Just the three of you.
Need paint if we're gonna pull a kindergarten job. God, I haven't done this since I was in kindergarten.
All right,
Oh,
time for
right.
hand turkeys.
Oh boy, I was just gonna say that.
There'll be some
Great minds think
form
alike.
to it. There'll be some form to it, not totally kindergarten.
I'm gonna peek down this alley.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
down there?
Well, you see, what was it? Tulius, Jack, and Kai walking towards that end, as it's chronologically speaking, that's what's happening. Not a whole lot happening.
Mm-hmm. What you looking for?
A place to paint.
Why don't we head away from here?
Shouldn't we get the paint first?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
I don't think there's any hobby shops here. I mean, I'm not sure there could be.
I don't know. You want
This is a
to?
financial district.
You want to roll
Yes.
investigation for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Investigation or perception?
No, investigation.
Investigation.
You're looking for something specific.
Oh, I'm good at that at least.
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled an 18.
18? That's pretty good.
Yes.
There are none of which you can see in this district.
Yeah, bugger. In our general area where we're at. Anyway, let's head further south.
I was gonna say, because you did ask about the district itself, not around everywhere.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Forget it.
Sometimes being a little more specific helps. So, what's your plan?
Guys, help me out here.
We're looking for a hobby shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, best place to look. Question mark?
I would assume it would be...
In the financial district,
Yes.
which is where we're at, correct?
Yeah.
You do gather that the financial district is not where you would be looking for such a shop.
This seems more like businesses than anything else. Like,
Out of-
high.
Out of character, didn't Xian have the map from King?
Yes, he does.
Ooh. On my phone, yes.
Xian, may I see the map?
Sure. Pull it up on my phone, hand it to her. I took pictures
Yep.
of it.
You're looking for a hobby shop, yep.
See.
Okay. Given a little bit of time, I won't make you roll for it. Interestingly enough, it seems to be where the general direction of where your brother was headed towards. Yeah, it seemed to be following Zia. Would be down, all the way down here. You have a feeling you might run into him.
Ugh.
I know that sound.
Well, it seems like it will be, well, there. And I just hand them the phone and point at it.
At that spot, right here.
At that spot.
Where I'm
Oh,
pointing. Yep.
That would be more of a better idea, yeah.
So we can check in that area.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go. Morris,
I hand him back the phone.
Mm-hmm.
turn it off. You coming?
No, of course.
Mr. Glitter. You are now Glitter Scale.
Hey, you guys lead. I'll get the back and watch for Hightower, and if they try to come around, I won't do anything.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Just because.
I mean, if that's what you want to roll.
Just to be funny. I'm being funny.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Jesus Christ. Mors, are you lying about this?
I'm just trying to be funny.
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool. Glad we established that. All jokes aside, you do manage to head off towards that direction. How are you going about it? Are you just sort of walking around willy-nilly, or just kind of just more subtly? What's your plan?
I'm walking like a normal person
Okay.
who's not trying to be suspicious.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. Alright.
Just being normal.
We roll. Jesus Christ. Okay. Seems very peaceful at the moment as you guys are walking about down the street.
It's
Head off.
quiet.
Too quiet.
Yeah, it is. You can tell that this place is a lot more, a lot jigging around there. Yeah, you kind of notice that it's very much so more quiet than it was before yesterday. It was definitely on high alert. However, it seems that either the Hightower forces are just somewhere else, or a lot of them have already left by now. Whatever the case may be, you guys are fine.
I wonder if they're taking coffee breaks.
You managed to cross the street without any issue because you're not like Bilge and will just run around.
Wow.
Look, he did that several times in both instances where you were in New York. All right. He doesn't know what a crosswalk is.
Didn't you do that in Cellport too?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Every time we go to cross the street.
Just walk on by. Anyhow.
Everybody taking a really long coffee break.
Yeah, it's just very quiet here. Not a whole lot happening.
Where'd you say this place was?
I just look around like shrugs.
You know you're in the right spot. It's in this general
Can't
area.
read moon runes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you want to call them.
As you guys start to make it into the actual like little shopping area here, go ahead, all of you, roll me investigation.
Investigation.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Dice. I love you too. Natural one.
Oh my
I
god.
rolled a 69. I rolled 3.
3. Oh my
Rolled
god.
3.
Oh, mine wasn't any better. 10.
Oh my god, guys.
Yeah.
I love you too, Dice.
Okay, so this is what happens.
Disowned.
Morris, knowing you're just kind of not into it. This has nothing really to do with Bahamut or smiting or violence for any, reason why.
Or the mission at hand.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, semi-related. But it's just terribly, terribly boring, and you're kind of just spaced out at the moment. Alexandria, you are major space case right now, as soon as you turn the corner with Xian in tow, the smell of really good food starts to waft in the air and catch your attention. And then so do the lights and everything around here, and it's just you just want to take a look at everything.
Oh my god.
Where is it at? What direction?
All over.
Is that?
She goes,
Wait, Alexandria?
Boba.
No.
Japanese boba.
oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, pretty much. You don't have to read Japanese to find out, especially with the signs in the front.
Oh boy.
Starry-eyed and very, very much so craving the boba.
Alexandria?
Japanese boba.
Authentic.
Oh boy.
As Tulius put it. Xian, for you, you're having a hard time too because you can't read anything here.
Yeah.
You can only comprehend languages thanks to Kai. However, you do happen to notice. Actually, real quick, roll perception.
is. If I'm in version. It's a 17.
That's pretty good. There's kind of a lot of a cacophony of just sort of people walking and talking in the general vicinity where you're at. You kind of look around the most you can. You start to head up to the second floor, and you hear a familiar voice talking about cheap paint.
Wait a minute.
And you look over to where the sound was, and you see a very familiar... You can't really see anything besides a swirly pink halo over one part of the counter, in which you realize Alexander is there. And thanks to his complaining, you found the hobby shop.
Well, that's one way to find places.
Well,
Found the hobby shop. And Alexander.
oh.
Where's Alexandria?
Can I have 3 boba?
At which point, yeah, absolutely. Deduct 2 gold from your inventory. From your account.
Aw, shit.
Yeah.
Well, we lost her for a minute.
Is this the hobby store right here?
It's in it's in this general vicinity, but you go up the stairs and towards this direction this way, and that's where you're currently at. You're on the second floor now.
Yar.
I'm gonna quickly say my thanks and follow them. But
Follow
Yeah.
the disappearing
You
tails.
begin, you notice that there's a few draconic-like features, mainly tails, kind of going out, and you begin following them as you go up the stairs.
So, what do we see when we walk in?
Okay, first you see, as soon as you start to walk in, well, first, before you walk in, Bilge has his face plastered against the glass at the moment.
Huh.
And people are staring at him, kind of just like, what is this guy's issue? However, walking in, if you ignore him for a minute, you happen to notice that in the windowsills there are a lot of very delicately put together and painted models of all sorts of things, ranging from anything that seems to be from kaiju films to mecha and such like that. Just all sorts of things.
Nice.
Oh, right up my alley.
Yeah, basically.
Really?
What?
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, I won't judge.
hey guys, I got us some boba.
Wait, you found a boba shop?
Yes. Then I hold one up.
And thank you.
No problem. And I give one to Morris. Here you go.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Are we seriously going to do a kindergarten job on this, or are we actually going to try?
Yeah, you happen to notice, Alexandria, as you're taking a sip and kind of keeping an eye out, you do happen to notice your brothers swirl.
I'm gonna whisper. Just ignore them.
Okay.
You can also
Already on it.
Yeah, you can already also see the quills coming out from Zia's head as well too. She's kind of
Zia's
looking about. Yeah.
Okay. You guys?
Oh, yeah, I'm going in. I don't know these 3 people.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see if. Oh my God. as soon as you say that, Bill just takes his face from the glass. Oh, did I just hear Morse? He looks around.
I stare into the abyss, and then I pan to the camera.
Hey,
I rolled a 19. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna enter the store. And
Okay.
just, like,
You enter the store while Morse is having his office moment.
I'm gonna follow after Xian.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, then I'm gonna walk into.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so are we gonna do an actual kindergarten job, or are we gonna try?
We'll see. First,
Both.
Both.
I got kind of blazed before we started.
I noticed.
I'm sorry, not really. But
In character.
we're supposed to be painting.
Yeah.
What?
Well, an emblem that Tulius showed us. I mean, I kind of did a sketch of it myself. Rough sketch.
Yeah, you kind of get you kind of show what Tulius was trying to do. It's vaguely in the shape of the Silver Hand's insignia, but it has its own little distinct features that kind of keep it from being that way. It's more realistic than the normal geometric shape that the sigil has.
Pretty much a general idea.
Oh. Well, this is gonna be easy.
Pretty much.
Good hand.
You kind of look at your hand and realize it is it's still humanoid, but you now have, for one, claws, and they are far more like sausage fingers than your previous form was.
It's only because he's a larger fighter. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
Okay, I get it. So we're gonna get some paint, some paintbrushes, and some GKs.
Wait, what?
Nice.
GK, what? I'm just gonna give him this look like, what the hell did you just say?
I'm wondering what he's talking about.
Would you care to elaborate on that last part?
Garage kits.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody knows what we're looking for. Spread out.
I'm gonna look around
Okay.
while trying to avoid bilge at all costs.
Roll stealth.
Oh, yay! What I'm great at.
It's okay. I rolled really low.
Oh, fine.
That's a fucking 9, right? No, 6?
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Yeah, 9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost like something out of a sitcom, as you're
Oh boy.
kind of dunking in between these tiny aisles, and it's a little difficult, especially considering that you're still getting used to your new form.
Mhm.
As your tail manages to sort of gently hit something, and one little package thing just sort of falls over, hits the floor. At which point, Bill just kind of looks up, looks around, but he doesn't seem to spot you.
It falls. Holy music stops.
For you two, you managed to find everything. I won't make you roll anything for that. Altogether, what you're looking for is probably going to be like gray gold as well too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll take care of that then.
Okay, so you can go ahead and throw that out there. You go ahead and buy your paints.
It's
No
how much
problem.
altogether?
It was 3 gold. It was very cheap.
Okay.
By this time, Alexander and Zia are about to leave until you see Bilge about to poke one of the models, and then Zia comes in and just slaps him on the hand. Stop it! I don't want to do nothing. And then they begin to leave.
Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna make my way to the front where they're at. And I'm gonna ask whoever's up front.
Yes.
Hey man, you got any GKs?
He kind of looks at you, kind of. GKs?
Yeah.
Hmm.
The hobby store.
Well, yeah. What are you? Anything specific?
Well, Nah, you got GKs?
I mean, yeah. How many are you looking to get?
They're right there, right?
Yeah. They're right. They're right at the. This is right when they're about to get their purchase made. So.
I give the person an eye, say, GKs.
Okay.
I don't know why this is cracking me up so much. I think it's just because of the way how you're being really suspicious about it.
I'm just watching him like, the heck?
I'm just shrugging. I have no idea.
He says, "I think I have what you're looking for."
Nice.
I'll just say, for the sake of brevity and everyone's imagination to go wild, you get what you're looking for.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Free up, put in a fucking bag, man.
Yeah. Okay. He gets putting it in the bag.
Yeah.
He quickly does so. And go ahead and pay up 6 gold for that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even going to ask.
Yeah, you guys are kind of seeing Moores act a little suspicious because his stealth roll was not that great earlier, so he's not being very discreet at the moment.
I'm definitely not going to ask.
Sometimes it's best not to.
Yes. Yes, agreed.
I'm just enjoying my boba.
Yeah, you're in your zone right now. But you managed to get your payment, and now you have everything you need to do what you need to do.
Oh.
Wait, well, I just saw that as little scribbles. What was that?
Oh.
It's like ... question mark.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a question mark.
That looked like to me.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Beautiful.
Alright.
Yep. So, what's your plan now?
We got our stuff. Which direction shall we go? Further south? Or to a different district? Pick.
Maybe in the alleyways over here.
Okay.
Wait, where are you guys
Start
going?
here. So we're gonna start where we're at.
Okay.
Maybe looking around the alleyways. I had to get names of the locations. For like any places that would seem what's the word? That would be viable for graffiti.
Okay, but where exactly are you guys looking?
What is this? Is this a wall?
It's a massive storefront. You guys are currently located in basically what is consistently an outlet mall.
Okay, and what's done that way?
It's a very tight squeeze little alleyway in which you can shortcut your way into another street. You do recognize that this street is the same one that Diamond Dust is on.
Let's not paint
Terrible.
around here. Maybe let's just go to another district.
Okay.
I point across. Let's go to that one.
Wait,
Yeah.
across. Oh, that way?
Over that way.
Okay.
Alright.
Familiar district.
Yep, you guys head over to the electronics district then?
Yeah.
Okay. At which point, when you guys start to make your way towards that way, which way are you heading exactly? Are you guys going towards more north, or are you guys going more south?
North?
North.
Okay. You're heading in that way then. Okay. So you guys start to make your way towards the electronics district, towards that end. As you guys make it across there and walk down this little spot here, begin to move. You happen to notice that Bill just sort of standing there, but he's like looking into outer space, probably somewhere out there. Zia's has her eyes over this way, and you see Alexander here working on a wall here.
Aw, look, he's being artistic.
Yeah, you guys are seeing what he's making.
It makes me want to ruin it.
Oh my god!
I mean, we can.
That could be the reason why the can exploded. Out of character.
Oh. Well, I mean,
if you want to.
If you're gonna ruin it, just draw a dong on it. That would really ruin it. Really ruin it.
That sounds mature.
This is more what we're talking about.
Well, maybe we should bring Tony leave.
Okay.
I mean, if you want.
Well, it looks like Alexander has this part. So maybe we should go somewhere different.
We can
Yeah.
bypass them. Head down into the other district, down further south.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
So you guys heading into the entertainment district?
Yar.
All right.
Just gonna like walk past this group here.
Yeah. At which point, Bilge is. Oh Jesus. Yeah, he's still in outer fucking space. He hasn't. You kind of walk by him, and you kind of notice he's kind of drilling a little bit. As you walk by, yeah, Zia sees you, but doesn't really say anything. Kind of nods as you walk by. Alexander's working on his thing currently, so he doesn't.
Is there a crowd of people over here, kind of watching him?
Yeah.
As I pass, can I say, "Boo, you suck"?
Wow.
Okay. During this time, chronologically speaking, Alexander, when you're working on this, you just hear someone in the crowd just yell out, "Boo, you suck!" as you've been working on your first painting.
Oh.
At any rate, he might be too into what he's doing. Alright, so you guys are now in the entertainment district. What's your plan?
Alright, same as before, find an alleyway, maybe something out in the open-ish.
Okay, for those who care enough, go ahead and roll investigation.
I care.
Well, of course.
Oh.
It says.
You're banned.
That's.
I am in the zone.
Which
I rolled a massive 1.
I rolled a 9. That's a little
blind.
better.
I'm legally blind.
Yeah, you're a little blazed out there right now. Like,
what god have you angered to get these low rolls, guys?
Think delayed blast fireball, but delayed, blaze fireball.
It just doesn't even go off.
Yeah, it just took a little bit for it to start to kick in.
That's a 14 on my end.
14? Alright, I'll give it to you. For the sake of brevity. We're also going to be here all fucking night.
Yeah.
So, you managed to find 2 spots, the both of you. Sorry, Morse. 2 spots that might be a good place to do it. There's one in the back over this way, and one that's you can probably find in either this alley down here, in one of these walls here.
Okay. Well, let's
Where should we hit first?
at the corner over here.
You hit the corner there? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you begin getting to work with your signage. Who's doing what exactly with it?
I want to draw one.
You want to draw one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am super not artistic.
Not artistic.
Everyone's doing arts, crafts, and I want to be part of it too.
Of course.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay. So, with that said, I will say, for those who are doing this and helping out, roll like what Alexander did, roll an intelligence check. Xian, you do it with proficiency because you've made it known that that Xian does in fact doodle a bit.
Mm.
Alexandria, would you say you're artistic?
Shoot me in the fucking head.
I would say kinda, yeah, maybe.
Kinda? I'll give it
Not
to you.
as good as Alexander, but
Right.
Wait, the more important question is Alice artistic?
Alice, maybe. She always draws.
You can certainly try.
Can I interject real quick?
Sure.
I did my roll for that,
Yes.
and I rolled a natural motherfucking 20.
Wow.
So, whatever you may have just smoked earlier, Moore's may have just helped out a latent artistic ability within you.
Wow.
Well,
Draw the hand thing,
yeah, it's
and
like.
then I write,
Mhm.
Isekai sucks. Stop this at once.
Okay. Damn. Okay. So you do that. It's a really good hand, by the way. Like you took your time and meticulously crafting it. And of course you write down Isekai sucks on it. So Alexandria, you can either try this or you can let Alice give it a shot if you want to.
I'll let Alice give it a shot. I want to do something else.
Okie dokie, what are you doing?
I'm gonna write something underneath of what Alice is working on. Well, maybe on top, because she can't reach
Oh
top, so.
my god, what is this? What are these rolls? Okay. You go ahead and let Alice grab onto one of the brushes and begin working, and it's actually really good. Like, it's actually astoundingly good, especially for what she is.
Not bad, Alice.
Oh, that's so cute! And I have my phone out and I take a picture of it.
Yeah, she holds the brush up with both
Oh
nubs
my
triumphantly.
God.
No, you did good. And I pat her head.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I almost rolled a nat 20 on that one too. That was amazing. Alright, Xian, so
22 on my end.
22? Yeah, you're absolutely able to do exactly what you set out to do. In which you guys begin making your stuff. Alexandria, what did you want to write on top of what Alice was doing? Oh my god, like brother, like sister.
Oh, wow. Why? I love you both, but damn.
I am not sure what that says.
Hold on. Give me like a minute.
Okay, I'll give you a minute while I describe what's going on. So you guys begin doing your work at the wall, and it takes about an hour, but you manage to make everything that you're looking to do, and it's actually looking really good. This talk about earlier, saying it was going to be like kindergarten work, is so far from the truth. It's actually kind of astounding. You make what looks like to be 3 hands based on that. One's a little tiny due to Alice doing it, but the other 2 are oh, interesting. Wow. Okay. Suddenly in Jinjido, there's an ARG epidemic sweeping in as everyone tries to solve this thing that does not actually exist. At any rate, you do manage to make what you're looking to do. There's 3 hands, colored silver. 2 of them are a bit more normal size, and as I said, the smaller one done by Alice, still meticulously made. It's exactly what you guys are looking to do. You've done a marvelous job at this. Do you care to do another spot, or?
So we did what? All those were right here.
Yeah, right on this wall right here.
Okay. Can I sit down into this alleyway here? This is where the other possible location was?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna step down that way, see if there's any spot I can pick out for another one.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. with the investigation roll that you had before, you're able to tell that some of the walls over towards your left, if you're going down that way, your right, left looking this way, would be a spot in order to do so.
Alright, let's get to work.
Go ahead and make the same roll again. Anyone who wants to help make this, the three of you, unless you want Alice to do it again.
I'll do the drawing this time.
Okay. Go ahead and roll intelligence check. With proficiency of both of you. More is if you care to do so. You can try again, but you will not have proficiency with this.
16.
We're doing another picture?
Yep, no, another one.
Okay, here I go.
Okay, so
What is it again? Sorry.
it's intelligence with proficiency.
Okay.
Except for Morse. Morse doesn't have an artistic bone in his body, but apparently if he's blazed, it's like the drunken master except art.
Yeah.
This is so fitting.
You say that, and then you want to know what happened?
This is so fitting.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Wow.
So fitting.
Okay. Xian, it's not as good as you had made it before. And at which point, things kind of are getting a little more hectic, as it seems that people are kind of watching you by, and you're kind of in a bit of an alleyway at the moment. Not exactly a place you want to stay for too long. So you it's a bit of a rush job, but you still get what you're trying to do. Alexandria, the hand that you're trying to make it's a very rushed job as well too. And you know what? Fuck it. Let me do something here real quick. Mars, you are in Mars right now. You are currently in another planet doing this, and in your eyes, it's like
The Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, essentially. On the outside, though, he's just painting streaks at this point. Very lazily.
It's a smiley face.
Yeah, it's just a smiley face that looks just...
It
looks like it's on drugs, too.
Can I say that I drew yaoi hands?
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, what? What now? You done what?
Yaoi hands.
You drew yaoi hands?
I mean,
oh my god. What am I gonna do with you people?
you love us.
Use meteor storm on.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say use meteor storm on us and just kill us.
Kill you instantly. Jesus, what the fuck are those? Yeah, that's basically how it turns out.
Mm.
It's very... That's so disgusting. What am I doing?
Goal reached.
Fucking dead. You killed me. Oh my god.
Mission accomplished, kids.
This hurts me. Oh my god. Now that's a man who can palm a basketball. Alright, you do make that, and it almost seems like two different paintings entirely. One was an artistic mural, and this one almost seems like a mockery. But for all intents and purposes, for better or for worse, you've definitely sought out what you seek to do.
Yo, you guys like my recreation of the Sistine hand?
Look over, it's a smiley face that has these horrible... One eye is much bigger than the other one, kind of lofting off to one side.
It looks really good. I mean, yeah, it looks really, really good.
Guys, you won't see any other, as far as I'm concerned, any other campaign out there where a Dragonborn is blazed as fuck trying to draw.
It works.
Anyway.
And there's off squatting, joint in mouth, trying to draw.
I think we should head back.
I'm so proud of mine.
Yours is perfect too.
It
you.
is definitely eye-catching. We'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me make a roll for you three real quick as you begin to head back to Makeshift HQ. Wow, man, these rolls are really in your guys' favor. I'm not gonna lie, I have a whole table set up for this stuff. We'll see what happens. Anyways, you begin making your way back to HQ, and I think at this time, what was it? Team Tulius, the three of you have made it in first, followed by Alexander's team as they make it back as well too. Since they were closest, and of course the three over and Xian's side of things, you guys make it back. If you guys want to move, I'll let you do that. But
Whee!
you all the way back. Yeah, so you make it back to
Instant
HQ.
transmission.
You make it back to Skybound Real Estate as all of you are kind of sitting around, finally meeting up once again. And all of you are reunited.
Okay.
As soon as I barge in, oh my God, Alexander! Alexander!
Uh-oh, what happened to Alexander?
Did he die?
Did he died?
No.
Oh no.
He's muted.
He is muted.
I didn't do it this time.
Didn't do it this time.
Hello?
Is Alexander alive there?
Oh,
There
he's
he is.
typing. Let's give him a minute. God damn it, dude. You're fucking killing me.
The suspense is palpable.
Oh.
Oh.
He was resting his eyes. Okay. Yeah, so you do make it back. Everyone is back together again. Alright.
Whoa, are we having a party?
Oh my God, Alexander! Look at this! And I pull up the picture of Alice's picture.
Yeah, Alexander, you notice that as you see a small picture made by your sister, in the frame you see a very nicely drawn hand with Alice lifting a paintbrush triumphantly over her head.
She drew this!
I grab it and I do this exact GIF.
What?
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a little small, but it's pretty amazing actually. Whether or not you want to admit it is another story entirely.
I'm so proud of her.
I get back.
Oh, you guys won't believe it. We saw all sorts of stuff.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
I drew a hand.
Oh, was it your hand?
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't. You're not the artsy-fartsy type.
Oh no, he drew one.
And it was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then I recreated the Sistine Chapel on a wall.
As Morris is speaking, you definitely tell he's like in another planet right now.
Well, I think Morris needs to sit down for a little while.
Having a little bit of a dank smell on him. On top of that.
Well, at least you guys didn't use Prylon.
We used
What is Prylon?
Prylon.
Wait, what did we use?
You pretty much got this. You got the same thing.
Oh.
Hey, look. Frylon.
Ugh!
If you suck at art doesn't mean you should shit on it, man.
It worked out for what we needed it to.
Yeah,
Gust.
I got the job done.
Kai kind of nods and he says, "Yeah, we kind of did everything we needed to do as well. Made a slight detour, but hey, that's fine."
We almost ran into Hightower.
Wait, what?
We almost ran into Hightower ourselves.
Oh.
Yeah, Bill stops. Was like, "Wait, no, we didn't. I didn't see nothing. I would have seen
That's
it."
because you were looking at me.
Oh, you said you look at you.
Yes, that's the point.
Guys, I'm so fucking lost right now. I can't even tell you.
Are you dating?
What? No.
Bill, it's okay.
I don't know.
Bahamut will respect your decision. It's alright.
I'm not dating. What? I can't believe this.
Oh my. Well then.
And so he just shakes her head. It's like, okay. It's a thing, yeah. We did run into Hightower, but it's not like it was a thing. You know what I mean? We didn't get into any engagements.
Good.
I think now we just have to sit and wait at this point.
That actually makes me think, what are we looking for exactly? It's not like we gave him a number to call or anything.
No, but if he's watching, he'll know. I mean, I assume he'll know where to find us, right?
Well, you're right, if he is watching, if the whole thing about him having a ton of surveillance is true, then yeah, definitely. Again, sort of standing about, kind of to yourselves, and just, it seems like as if not a lot's going on. It's just a normal day.
Were you looking for the Illuminati?
I think we are the Illuminati. I'm sitting at a table, like, where are we at exactly? We're in Sai's office.
If you want to go inside, you may absolutely do so. You can be in his office. You can take the small room in the lobby if you wish. It's up to you.
Lobby's fine, as long as there's a table.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you guys are inside, away from the humidity.
I'm just gonna sit down and summon Harmony and start cleaning it. While we wait.
Man, this is boring. I may as well go start trouble.
No.
Can I go with?
No.
How about we not start trouble?
Go play ping pong or something.
You're right. I'll go play ping pong and cause trouble.
No.
How about not?
I mean, we're trying to keep a low profile as far as I'm concerned. I'm not wanting to get into any more street fights at the moment.
Just,
Wait, I could just steal someone else's identity and then cause trouble.
No.
No.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and go back to cleaning Harmony.
No one's gonna know if I'm someone from across the country. What are they gonna do? Fly over there and arrest them?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Man.
Zia just kind of shakes her head. It's not like everyone here is from Interpol or something. Still, I wouldn't go out and about doing that. You might be causing whoever those guys are looking for you look your way. But hey, I'm not your mother or anything.
You're right. I'm gonna go cause trouble.
No.
No.
I mean, you go cause trouble, you won't get to see the neat little boba shop your sister found.
You found boba and you didn't buy me one?
Yeah.
I mean, we can go there real quick if you want.
You said you sucked. And yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
if you want to go ahead and go get some, I mean, I could go ahead and walk with you, making sure nothing happens.
Yeah, we can get boba. I remember the way, kinda.
I know of a shop. Don't worry.
Take me away.
There you go.
I'll come up so he doesn't cause any trouble when I glare at him.
Okay.
God, what a boomer.
It says the person who
You suck at
born at the same
art.
exact moment as
I'm gonna go paint my GK.
Anybody else coming along with the boba troop?
I've had my boba, so I'm just
Yeah.
Might as
work
well.
on my firearms.
You're going to, Tulius?
Might as well. Let's see what this stuff's all about.
You don't know what boba is?
I mean, I'm aware of it. I've just never tried it. Alexandria talks about it all the time.
Beak.
Trust her recommendations.
All right.
Alright, well,
I think there was something in my boba.
Are you sure you're not just, blazed?
Probably.
There's a couch over there.
oh my god, Alexander, you're gonna like this boba. It's like better than the one at home.
It better be.
Okay. So you begin making your way to the shop, kind of doing your thing. Kai kind of leads the way. It's exactly where you were talking about, or yeah, basically where you were talking about, Alexandria, as you're walking down the main street. It's exactly how you kind of vaguely remember it until as soon as you're about to turn that corner, it's like, oh, light bulb moment. This is exactly where we need to go. And you make it to the shop. No problem.
Right here, right here, right here. Go get some, go get some.
All right. What? How do I order it? What do you like? What do you?
Well, you see, there's a menu right here. Oh wait, you can't read. Neither can I.
I'll just get the plain Jane, normal stuff.
At this point, you do now realize this is what it's like to be bilge. At which point, Kai just shakes his head. He's like, I got you on that. Like, what are you looking for?
I mean, whatever good boba there is, and I don't know, nothing crazy. But just the normal stuff.
I mean, there's
Wow, what a boomer.
I mean, you gotta start with, the normal stuff before you get into the crazy, wacky flavors.
Get you
Unadventurous.
I'm gonna go straight for watermelon.
Wait,
You know
Jack,
what?
you're there?
Oh. I want.
Suddenly, Jack, out of nowhere, it's like, getting me a watermelon one.
Oh. Why you look surprised?
Whoa.
Well, you know what? I wanted boba, so I got boba.
Where did you come from?
What?
How does he do that?
Hey, Kai, go get Tulius, the original one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No.
Oh.
This has now become a challenge, and I look at Alexander. I want the wackiest, craziest flavors they've got on this menu.
Uh-oh.
I don't care what it is.
He kind of like Kai kind of looks just side eye from you, Tulius, then back to Alexandria. And this kind of look in his face kind of begets a sort of concern.
I can still keep up with the young kids, as it were. I ain't no old guy yet.
Oh,
Sea salt jasmine tea.
Okay. At which point, oh god. I had an idea, but I don't think it would ever be plausible as far as Boba's concerned. Hold on. let me do a quick search.
Craziest boba flavors in the world.
Okay, let me see something.
Let's see what Google gives me.
I know, I just looked it up too.
Yeah, I'm like trying to. Cause I can...
Yo, these look pretty exotic. I want to try these.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Whoa.
Chaos movie with Olo and Boba.
Okay. I'll tell you
Wow,
what.
These are interesting.
I'll tell you what.
God damn it, I want Boba now.
I'll tell you what. So, Kai thinks for a second, and he's like, he looks to you, Tulius, and says, like, you're talking about something crazy, I guess. Like, are you looking for colorful?
Yeah. The most adventurous kind of drink they have on the menu.
Well, let me see. And he goes ahead and looks at the thing here. God, I don't even... What is that? Oh, that's based around a Mexican drink.
Ugh, what is this?
Huh?
Who put Boba on a pizza? No!
Places.
What the fuck did you just say? Boba on pizza?
Boba on pizza.
No!
Whoever made that needs to be.
There's, oh my god, there's one called a Dirty Whore.
What?
That's interesting.
Oh my god, what the...
I'd try it.
What the fuck?
I would try
Actually,
it.
legit though, I would try it.
Oh my
You
god.
would.
Boba on pizza? Oh!
Definitely would try it before I said anything.
Oh, that's the most hideous thing I've fucking seen. It looks like goddamn caviar.
Okay, you know what? Since we're all being
God.
cursed, since we're all being cursed by this, let me go ahead and show this what's on stream here.
No, don't.
I am.
Oh
Look at
my god.
everyone, take a look at this.
Ooh,
Look at that.
yummy.
I'd try it.
Yo, is that a spicy mango boba? Yo, I want that. I want that shit.
Okay, so just for the sake of brevity, there's one that Kai picks out for you, Tulius, and it looks like a very interesting mishmash of colors. It's it seems to be a blue with the top, in the middle, sort of a pinkish purple, and a yellow at the bottom. These little black dots are sort of populating the space within as well. Delete this.
Right.
And you guys can get whatever the hell you want.
I'm getting that spicy mango boba because that shit looks good.
It's very interesting. Yeah, so that's what you go ahead and get. Kind of hanging outside, kind of looking about as you're having it.
I'll take a nice big sip out of that.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, what you're tasting, Tulius, is that it's a. Oh God, what the hell is this thing? It's. Oh, it's got a very citrusy flavor to it. Little orange, as well. It also seems to be a bit mixed with a bit of a hibiscus tea. a little bit of orange, and
Ooh.
it's actually not bad.
Oh, it's a yuzu.
Yes.
Yuzu? What is yuzu? What the fuck is a yuzu?
All right.
Apparently, it's it's similar to a Filipino type of
Calamancy?
Yeah.
I don't know these terms. What the fuck?
Oh, come on, see. It's like kind of like, it's kind of tangy.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a bit citrusy, sweet.
This thing.
Yeah, that thing. That's what you're having right now.
We
And
usually
actually
put that in
does
our
look
pancit.
really cool.
oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but I gotcha.
It's noodles, but I'm gonna go on a Filipino gourmet, so I'm so sorry to Glenn.
All right,
cool.
dude.
And we are reconnected. All right, cool.
Well, we gotta go to LA now.
So you guys,
I know, right?
So you guys are now outside, kind of enjoying your drinks, especially since it's sort of midday now, where the heat's starting to become a little more, I wouldn't say unbearable. It's just become more intense. That's the word I'm looking for. All of you roll me perception checks.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good. Kai's keeping an eye out.
I'm not gonna take that. It's bad.
It's slowly increasing. 14.
Finally, mine got high. Jesus, 22.
Nice.
Well,
Would you roll?
Did you get drunk on boba? It doesn't even have alcohol.
flavors.
I got a 14.
14, very good. Tulius?
12 for me.
12? Okay, I was about to say. Ooh.
I was gonna say, oh my.
Yeah, you're a little
No one give this man a drink of anything.
Guys are kind of just sort of sipping, kind of been waiting, kind of passing the time as well. You do happen to notice across the street there seems to be a few of the Hightower people. In fact, one of the people that seems to predominantly stick out to you happens to be that one guy that you saw earlier yesterday at night, who almost seemed to have seen through the facade that you were putting up. The individual that seems to be having that sword to their side with the half gas mask and having that blue badge that seems to be over their shoulder, and he has two Hightower soldiers, one behind him and one in front. They seem to not notice you being there yet, but they're literally right across the street from you. Anything you'd like to do?
Just casually sip on the boba and look away.
So let me get something straight here, just to make sure you guys understand. Oh my lord, what is that? Anyways, just to give you a bit of an idea about like what's going on here. You guys are currently, as far as I'm concerned, not disguised.
Yep, that's right. I'm just casually drinking some boba.
Do I notice them, or is it does Alexander know?
No, you certainly see them.
I see them and immediately look away.
God,
And I just nudge Tulius and Alexander.
Yeah, all of you who have rolled at least above a 10, which is all of you, managed to see it. Tulius need a little bit of a nudge to fully see what the situation is, because he's very into his drink right now. But
I'm nudging.
yeah, Tulius, you definitely notice the danger that is in front of you, one street away.
Well, that's interesting.
so nonchalant about it. Oh god. They actually begin to sort of look towards your direction.
Oh no. Oh shit.
What do you do?
So about that starting trouble.
No, not yet.
Is there something? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see where he's. Oh, okay. In the opposite direction of where we need to go, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna make dancing lights, like appear. Take all 4 of the orbs and make like this humanoid shape.
Okay.
Have it like just appear like around a corner or whatever, and I'm gonna go, "Oh my god, what is that?" and point at it, and then make it like run into an alley.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
That'll fail me. Oh no, that might fail me.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
18. We're okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Thank God for proficiency. Yeah, so 18.
Alright, so this is what I'll tell you what happens. Because in their perception, especially the guy with the sword, rolled a nat 20 on his perception, so he definitely caught you. However, you, in a singular moment when you see this, and Tulius, you and this guy lock eyes for a single moment. And both you have this sudden realization moment that, for one, this is the guy you're supposed to stay away from, but for him, you're the guy that he's looking for. At this point, you quickly cast out dancing lights and do that. And look over there. And you have but one moment to go. You guys have at least one action to move. So let me put you guys in this perspective here real quick. Let me show you what's happening. Tulius. Jack, you're also there, by the way.
Apparently.
Look, I was hearing everyone had boba. I wanted a boba. I just wanted to have fun.
So, you're currently over. Hold on. Let me move this so I can go ahead and. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so you guys are here. There is one Hightower guy here. And one here. And of course, the other guy right here.
Oh. Hello?
Yeah. And now you have but one action to move. Consider this almost like a surprise round. So what do you
Good
guys
luck, and I Misty step out of there.
Okay, sure. You Misty Step.
So it's like Emmett Selk. Good luck.
Yeah, you Misty Step, and you begin moving. You're now over here.
Alright, you know what? Let me think. I need to calculate this, otherwise I will fuck this for everyone.
Okay.
No, oh my god.
You even know what I'm thinking?
No. But please don't. Run.
Okay. Shit, I gotta think of something.
Got a little bit of time to think. Just a little bit.
I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look up darkness real quick, see if it's gonna fuck me over in this one situation.
Okay. Let me go ahead and... It's not a full thing, as I plan to do a full thing, but this is more or less what you're looking at. More or less.
Hello.
Wait a minute. Don't I have the Windblade of Darkness now?
Yes. You have basically what amounts to a free usage of the darkness spell for 1 day.
I see. I need to figure out the range of this. 60 feet. How close are we to them?
It's like literally about 30 feet away.
Nope, that's not gonna work. Because darkness is 60 feet, and that's a big ball of fuck.
No, the range is only 60 feet. It's not 60 feet wide.
Yeah, it's not 60 feet wide.
How big
It's
is
a
it?
15-foot sphere.
I might still screw us.
15-foot radius sphere.
Actually, you know what? I'll tell everyone to go ahead, and as I prep my Shadow Blade,
Wait.
everyone go. I'll distract them.
Okay. So Jack, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wait until everyone makes the exit. Then I'm gonna throw the Shadow Blade next to the like in between the guard and the big spooky guy.
Okay. Well, he's not necessarily big. He's actually pretty scrawny looking, but yeah.
He's spooky.
Yeah, he's vastly spooky. He's got spook factor going on, so. Okay. Roll a range attack. You could, because you can either
14.
use. Ooh, 14 natural?
Yes.
Which means you would have. Oh god. That would be. That'd be like a 21. Okay, cool. You managed to throw it exactly where you want to throw it.
Nice.
And with a bonus action, you can cast Darkness. So let me bring.
And that
Nice.
Let me go ahead and bring the circle of fuck. It was a 20-foot radius sphere, right?
15-foot radius.
I'm sorry, 15. Right. Where do you place it? Because right up here is like where the building is, and if you put it there, it will cover all of you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I am. Yep, right there.
Right there?
Right where you put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good spot. That was what I was aiming for.
Okay. You go ahead and throw it, and at which point it kind of freaks a few people out. However, the guy with the sword looks over at it, and then back at you, and then suddenly, a massive orb of darkness covers all of you. Yup.
Oh boy.
Yep, so now you're all in darkness.
Oh.
Run.
Everyone head in the direction they think is good.
Oh my lord.
I'm running.
Hold on, Jack, don't move.
Okay.
You guys are in darkness, so I want everyone who's moving to roll a d4 for me.
Before, let's
D4.
see, that's a little pyramid. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, I got 2.
Same.
2.
I got a 3.
Oh boy.
And Kai is going to get. Oh god. Okay. So this is what happens. Hold on. Who rolled what again? Just real quick.
Okay, I rolled 2.
2.
2.
3.
3. So Tulius and Jack. Okay. How much space are you moving?
I think I'm moving.
My whole movement.
Whole
Ooh,
movement.
I think I have to.
Let's go. So Tulius, you begin to move as fast as your legs can take you, and as soon as you outward, you're over here.
I'm gonna head
Jack.
straight this direction.
Well,
I think.
Jack, you would like to, but unfortunately, because of the way that the dice rolled for you, you are right next to Tulius as you begin running. You almost bump into each other.
A lot
Jack,
darker than.
we need to be subtle about this.
Subtle? They're right in front of our fucking face.
In fact, a lot of cars have come to a screeching halt as they come up to the orb.
Oh no.
And now you have officially have caused a scene.
Oh, for the love of God.
I didn't do it this time. Hey.
Alexandria, you are hit with a moment of panic as when darkness envelops you, you cannot see anything. Unless actually, hold on. I know I had this very debate with a couple of friends of mine about magical darkness. You have dark vision, but you can't see through magical darkness, and SMR cannot, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So as soon as you begin to move, you hit something, and you realize, oops, you hit the storefront window.
Aww.
And have effectively missed out on 15 feet of your movement.
Ow.
You can roll another d4 for me.
Yes. Another 3.
Just hit again.
Shit.
This time kind of tripping over a bench a little bit.
I just picture the stupid lady again.
Yeah, that's more or less what's happening. At which point, you miss out another 15 feet of movement. You've now used 30. Would you like to use a dash action?
Yes, please.
Roll that d4 for me.
If you give me another 3, I'm going to. Okay, 4.
4?
Yes.
Beautiful. You use 30 feet of your movement to just about almost bump into your brother over here. Out of the darkness.
Oh my god.
And at which point, there's this moment of sort of this stillness. A lot of people with hushed tones and whispers talking about, until suddenly the orb of darkness dissipates. As it turns out, Kai went the wrong way, right in front of this guy.
Oh shit.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And as soon as that happens, stops for a second.
No!
And at which point the Hightower guy with the sword draws it out, and Kai begins throwing hands.
Oh.
Crap.
So I think that might be where we might end off for tonight.
Oh.
Oh no.
Good job, guys.
Well, I don't think I'm using darkness ever again after this.
Situational uses.
I had a plan too.
Well, Jack.
Oh well.
Live and learn.
What's important is that I didn't start the trouble this time.
You're actually right. You most certainly
All
didn't.
according to plan.
All according to Keikaku. Can't start trouble if someone else does it for you.
Oh my lord.
There was a slight moment of panic.
I
Just saying, Kai dare just look at Alexander. Okay, you can cause trouble now.
Oh fuck yeah.
We'll see what you guys choose. If you want to help Kai, or do you leave him to his own devices? You do what you want.
Wow, you think we're just gonna ditch him?
I don't know. I don't know you guys. I don't know what you're
Really?
I don't know what you're gonna do.
All these years of DMing and you don't think you know us? I am offended.
Listen, when shit goes down, you're not always going to be doing the most noble thing. But
Well, I was just given the green light, so.
alright, I guess I'm maybe causing trouble. Alright, so I'll make an encounter map for this then. It's safe to say I think you guys are gonna go start throwing hands too.
Okay.
So yeah, there we go. Got a little bit more done. I know it isn't exactly the most action-packed thing of this so far, but that shit's gonna change real soon next session.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Good. There's there's gonna be a lot more coming into this. Trust me, I have a lot more planned out. This was just another slow burn session. But yeah, hope you guys had as much fun as I did. A lot of goofs and gaffs. A lot of whatever the hell that Morris had earlier.
Oh.
He was effectively blazed and feeling it.
Yeah, like I said, delayed blast fireball, except the Wii equivalent, whatever you want to call it.
Fireball never came.
Fireball never came.
Well, at any rate.
It's just
Yeah.
delayed.
With that said, we're going to end for tonight. So, we'll see you all next week when we pick up the next session and get into some of the real meat of what's going to happen, because now the plan is in place, the gears are in motion. We'll see what happens.
Yay.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Part of the group's causing trouble and the other part's relaxing.
Let's see how we'll look forward to this, huh? Alright.
It's the group with the good kids causing the trouble.
I know Alexandria isn't good. What?
Yes, I am.
Why not?
No, never mind.
Damn. Thrown on the bus. Alright. We'll see you all next week. Have a good night, and we'll see you soon.
See ya soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Since
Yeah, you can say here to do it.
Okay, and we're done. Like I said, slow burn, but we're getting into the good stuff now.
Fuck yeah, time to throw hands.
It's time to throw hands.
Finally.
Like I said,
Finally.
part of the group is over there, the other part's over here. What in the hell?
Blister.
Got it, Nova.
Remember the first time I used darkness, it probably was actually fucking helpful. Here I thought it would be a repeat. Now I just screw everyone over.
My goodness, if I can do animation, I would totally do that with Alexandria.
Same.
Tomara que a Júlia seja muito feliz com a escolha dela.
This shit will never get old.
It will never not be funny.
Tomara que a Júlia
Look at
seja
this.
muito feliz com a escolha dela.
Fucking slays me, dude.
The side gets every time.
Oh my god, it slays me, dude. But yeah, man. New friend. Who this? I say, by friend, I mean guy who is about to murder you.
Yeah, who the fuck is he?
Don't know.
Murder friend.
Murder friend, yeah.
You know, a friend that just wants to murder you.
Well, murder
I
you
will
guys.
say, if it wasn't for the fact that your guy's bullshittery was really on top of it, he would have definitely saw through your disguises the previous night beforehand. So, fun stuff. Yeah, so, new guy. We'll see how this goes. Had to get that drafted out real quick. So.
I'm curious to see how it's looking.
Oh, it's gonna be fun, trust me.
I'm sure.
Alright, well, I won't keep you here because it's really late. I know it's like 2 in the morning over here, and it's like super late for you guys over there, so.
It's really late, and I should have been in bed an hour ago.
Yeah, same.
Alright, well, you guys get to bed then. I won't keep you.
Okay, adios, amigos.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Fun stuff ahead, guys. Look forward to it. I got so much planned out, really. It's just it just was not the right time to have all of it show up yet.
It's all good.
You know.
Honestly, I'm just